grew up in Maryville, grew up in Blount County. It's my wife, Lauren, by the way, sneaking in here. So I grew up in Blount County, seventh generation Blount Countyan, and then I moved in high school to where I then graduated from Farragut. From Farragut, what took me out of East Tennessee was that I went to play football in college at Southern Illinois University. One of the greatest experiences of my life was going up there and the friends that I made. From there, I had an MBA from the University of Louisiana. I also found my wife down there as well. And then we went on to law school at the University of Miami School of Law. So that's my educational background, which doesn't really prepare you for anything, except it fills up a lot of space on a wall in your office. I came back here and I worked as a healthcare executive for a company that my dad originally started in medical devices. In 2012, 2013, we were acquired by Medtronic, which is the second largest standalone medical device manufacturer in the world. Very proud of the success that our company's had, and it was time for us to move on because of the way the healthcare industry has shifted since the election of President Obama, and it was the right time for us. It made sense for us as a company and as a family, and from there we had a 3-year global non-compete across all divisions of Medtronic, which forced us out of healthcare for the time being. During that interim time, I worked in an NGO. I worked for an organization that was based in Oslo, Norway, while still living here. I traveled the world with Prime Minister John Key of New Zealand. What we did is we worked on human rights, international law issues, foreign policy, global development, and center-right policies. It was a poorly named center-right organization that is known as the International Democrat Union. Now, it doesn't mean Democratic Party because it was founded by both Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan in 1983. And it comes out of his 1983 Westminster speech. Also the genesis of the founding of the International Republican Institute. So I traveled the world. We went to over 30 countries promoting what we thought is the right way to govern. And that's through our conservative and center-right values that we all share in this room. It may surprise you that not every country in the world subscribes to this form of governance and belief. I very strongly believe in that. And going around the world and talking about these beliefs only further strengthened what I saw happening back home through President Obama's administration, through at the time a Democratic majority and shortly thereafter a Republican majority, that we really needed to have a strong renaissance and resurgence within our conservative movement. I got back involved here locally and started with the Young Republicans. I'm now the Young Republican National Chairman here. And so that's been the genesis for my activism, going from someone whose company was affected during that time from President Obama to going around the world and seeing what had been put into countries and failed in places like Venezuela, Cuba, corruption in Venezuela, destitution across Africa, and I didn't want to see that happen here. So I made a commitment to get back involved here and be as involved as I ever could be at any other time. With that, it leads me to what I'm doing now. And what my company does now is we work with foreign governments, mostly with ministries of defense and departments similar to what we would have here with the Department of Commerce. We work on global trade, international development. And so the two things that I work with on a daily basis in my one role as chairman of the Young Republican National Federation, that's on promoting our domestic policy agenda with President Trump. Not a week goes by where I don't work with someone from either his political operation or within the party where we're talking about what's affecting Americans most. I've traveled around the country talking about the success of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I've seen how families are able to put more food on the table, bring home more money in their pockets, and have success in a way that they haven't seen in quite some time. And not only have that success, but have the optimism once again in American greatness. And that's what President Trump has meant to this country. And that's what I've been proud to support as chairman of the Young Republican National Federation. Secondly, also important in running for Congress is having a strong international background, having that focus on foreign policy. You have domestic policy and foreign policy, and having a company that is directly involved with this, it gives me the best experience that I have being a small business owner, an entrepreneur, an activist, someone who has started from the grassroots, has come up, and who now wants to go to D.C. and take that same commitment and same passion I have had throughout my entire life to be your congressman. I feel like I'm the best qualified. I'm not a career politician. I'm very proud of that. I'm very good at dodging these plates, though, which is making me very happy. I'm proud not to be a career politician. I don't think any career politician is going to solve the problems that we have. People who have lived off the system, fed off the system, and thrived off the system aren't going to change the system. That's why I'm running. We've seen a Washington that is totally out of touch with Americans. And it's out of touch here in the 2nd Congressional District. So I'm asking you guys to come with me on this journey. We've had a great response to our message. You've seen our commercial on TV. It is a positive message that we're going to continue because it's the truth. We have a Washington that does not work for us. It's failed all the way around. And whenever I go to Washington, I'm going to make sure that we turn it around to we have a Washington that works for us again. That's why I'm running. This is my simple message. I'm Jason Emert. I'm running for Congress, and let's make Washington work for us again. Thank you guys very much.